Okay, guys, you know what time is it when you head out sick tune? It's time to talk sports, and sports we must. On that note, I welcome you to Sport Beat on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. I am your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, none so Arin Zechi. On the show today, we'll be looking at, of course, an update from the Euro 2024. We'll bring you update as well for what's going down in the Copa America. We'll get you up to speed with the Confederation of African Athletics Senior Championship going down in Douala, Cameroon, and of course the Federation Cup Hot Sun. The men and female final is set. It will not be played in Abuja. We'll let you know where it will be taking place because the NFF have shifted the ground. All these and more, including the transfer market, latest happenings for your viewing and listening pleasure. When I mean viewing, you can watch us live right now on the YouTube on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja on YouTube will be live in your speakers and can listen to us anywhere in the world. Get your radio guardian in your iOS or your Apple Store, and I tell you, just search for Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja and we will be live. Even if you're underwater, you get to us live and direct. Without wasting most of our time, we don't waste more time. Let's go straight into the newspaper review. Okay, guys, let's begin the newspaper headline quickly. Let's start off from the Punch Sport Extra. What's the Punch Sport Extra saying this morning? Okay, France waits Mbappe's return. Goals flow. I don't want my son to box. This coming from Anthony Joshua. On the 17 Women's World Cup, Flamingos drawn with host in Group A. Achuraf Akula wins WTT contender Lagos. Omoro Don not keen on Chelsea move. Brume clinch 4th Africa title. Here, MPFL 2023-2024 winners and losers. Edo pugilist shine as cancer awareness boxing tournament. WBC champ Oyeleye claims knockout win in United States of America. Rivers Angels and Nigeria Tales clash in Fed Cup final. Ex-champion Mure out of Wimbledon after back injury. And Sport Tech Initiative empowers Lagos Street Kids. More to come. Nigeria host nation in Group A, like we told you, talking about the Under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup. Shakari Richardson secured Olympic redemption with 100-meter win in U.S. Dryers. Chelsea still keen on Victor Osimhen, and Usman names fighter who scared him. Clubs in continental ticket relegation battle as MPFL season. And you can get a copy of the Punch Sport Extra to find out what more on that one. Let's move quickly to the Daily Post. Okay, guys, we start off from the Daily Post. This one says Ilechukwu targets more success with MPFL champions Rangers. Transfer, huge talent. Becker backs company to sign 22-year-old star for Bayern Munich. Isaiah Ije announces Kwara United departure. Niger Tornadoes must prepare early for next season. That will be here. Amadu Buikwe applauds Abia Warriors players after draw against Doma United. Transfers, he is no nonsense. Ali McCoy, named striker, Man United should sign. La Liga, Ancelotti picks new captain for Real Madrid. Vargas stable in hospital after collapsing against Scotland. And 4 teams qualify for round of 16. 2 teams eliminated from tournament as President Federations Cup. NFF announced new ground for grand finale. Aimba striker Bauma win top scorers award. And now let's go to the Vanguard Sport. What's the Vanguard Sport saying this morning? I tell you, this is what the sport is saying this morning. It says, last gap Frukuk goal, rescue top sport for Euro host Germany. Top 10 greatest goalkeeper of all time. You can find out what the list when you get the newspaper. And Nacho set to leave Real Madrid for Saudi Pro League. We hear Richardson secured Olympic place with fastest 100-meter of the year. FIFA Under-17 World Cup. In Nigeria to face Dominican Republic, Ecuador, New Zealand in Group A. Copa America, Mexico off to winning start. Defeat Jamaica. A relegation dogfight by Patrick Omorodon. Belgium beat Romania 2-0 to break new sign of relief in Euros. Hungary defeats Scotland to start live in Euros. And Sporting Lagos relegated after 1 season in top flight. And then finally, from the Sporting Sun, this is what is going on as we speak to you. Come on, man. The Sporting Sun is saying Euro 2024, everything you need to know about Croatia versus Italy match. Okay? Oseni Summit demand 4 billion to extend Fenerbahce's stay. AIU queries AFN over discrepancy in age of 4 Nigerian athletes. Let's start to word of Everton. Lyon Marseille with new offer for Wilfred Ndidi. That one is there. MPFL Rangers crown champions in style. Beach volleyball. Team Nigeria set up final against Egypt. We'll let you know that final will be taking place. I'll let you know how they fared. And Joshua to open care home for retired boxers. Nigerian athletes others trying to pull out of African games. What about African athletics games? And further reviews punishment meted out to young pitch invader. Premier League Van Nistelrooy may return to Manchester United. Okay, this is how much we can take from, of course, the newspaper review. Let's head out to the local scene. Okay, let's start off, of course, a volleyball. We hear not too good news for Nigeria, but I must tell you, it was a cracking outing for the girls as the girls got to the final. But the hopes of the Nigerian women beach volleyball team to reach the Olympic Games in Paris was finally dashed on Sunday evening. According to reports, Team Nigeria had early in the day defeated counterpart Cape Verde 2-0 to set up a final clash against high-flying Egypt. They started the final strongly and dominated the first stanza, eventually securing a 21-25-15 win. North African came back stronger, better in the second half, and claimed the 16-21 win. Nigeria came back stronger in the deciding set, but the Egyptians did enough to claim a 15-8 victory. The result means Egypt will be the sole representative of the continent at the Olympic Games in Paris, France. And to the WTT, we hear, of course, Dimitri Ocharov and India star Jay Akula has claimed the WTT Lagos contender singles title at the Molade Okoya Thomas Indoor Sports Hall of the Telsil in Balogun Stadium. Ocharov defeated his compatriot Ricardo Walter 4-1, 11-7, 11-7, 7-11, 12-10, 11-6, securing his second WTT first in Lagos. For Akula, with two 10-12 counterpart to win that title. And good news for Team Nigeria in Douala as Nigeria struck gold a medal in the ongoing athletics championship in Douala, Cameroon on Sunday via Ese Brume. Ese Brume was among the medal prospects for Team Nigeria in Douala, and she never disappointed as she lived up to the billing. Brume dug deep in her wealth of experience, landing a final round jump of 6.73 meters to strike gold. Kola of Mauritania had to settle for silver, as she also found it difficult to handle Brume. Brume has kept on a 8-year streak on the continental level. We did tell you that athletes are poised to pull out of the competition due to poor organization. The championship started on pulling out. Don't forget, Menekwachi Chukwebuka also won gold at the shot put earlier before on Saturday, and tell you Nigeria are doing what they can to win laurels at the competition of athletics games going down, the senior championship going down in Cameroon. And then let's go to the Federation's Cup quickly and let you know, of course, that we now know the two teams in the female category that will be playing in that competition. The two teams that will contest for the women's trophy in this year's Presidential Cup has been known following the semi-final match in Enugu and Oka. That was 9 a.m. on Sunday. Rivers Angels zoomed into the final of this year's Presidential Cup in style after beating Delta Queens 2-1 on Sunday in Oka. Abuja-based Nigeria Tels team also reached the final, winning 7-6 on penalties after a 2-2 draw where Zupreke Agama scored in a brace in that encounter. That we can confirm to you. For Delta Queens, it was Okpe Blessing who gave Rivers Angels the least F made 2-0, but of course later on Okpala Morin got the concession goal, but not enough as Delta Queens were beaten by 1-2. And before I welcome, of course, the fan who just joined me on the show, quickly, we now know the new venue For the game, talking about the Federations Cup final that will take place on the 29th, yes, the 29th of February. 1st of June, I beg your pardon, forgive me, 2024. It's no longer going to be taking place at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, but it has been shifted to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos, formerly known as the Onikon Township Stadium. That game we played, both the female and male Federations Cup will taking place there. But let's welcome quickly Uncle Fine Boy, who joins me on the show. Uncle Fine Boy, how you doing this morning?
A fantastic time, I must tell you. It's been wet, it's been pouring heavily in the nation's capital. But come on, we are here. We need to make sure that driving is safe because we need to stay safe for our listeners. Fantastic time to be here. And quickly, Sport Bishop, over the weekend we saw what our own Nigerians did, defeating their opponent and making sure that the final slot is being gotten by them, and they'll be taking on Rivers Angels. Back to back, they have been able to progress to the final through the penalty shootout. Remember, in the quarterfinal, it was a goalless draw. Then they had to win 5-4 on penalty. And of course, in the semi-final, it had to end 2-2 in regulation time. And they had to win via the penalty shootout. And then it was a pulsating shootout. I must add, 7-6. It ended such a beautiful time to be a supporter of a Nigeria Raptors. Congratulations. The NPFL is done and dusted. We now know the teams that will be playing in the CAF Champions League. It will be, of course, Enugu Rangers and Remo's Stars. Then for the Confederations Cup, Aimba, despite their win over Plateau United, I could not prevent them from climbing above Remo Stars.
We'll come to that very soon, quickly. And like you did say, I've thought about the Nigerian Premier Football League. I tell you guys, it was fireworks yesterday night. As we now know that two private-owned clubs in Sporting Lagos and Doma United have been relegated from the Nigerian National League after failing to beat the drop of the 2023 MPFL season. The noisy Lagosians suffered 1-0 loss to Shooting Stars in Ibadan in the final league game, while Doma United shared the spoils with Abia Warriors. Meanwhile, Akwa United and Bayelsa couldn't escape the drop after beating Rivers United and Bendel Insurance in their final game. The four teams that dropped to the lower division include Gombe United, Heartland FC, Sporting Lagos, and Doma United. Also, the Monsters secured CAF Champions League football, while Aimba got CAF Confederations Cup. The league leaders and champions, Rangers, also have the CAF Champions League, while Abia Warriors, Economic Warriors will slug it out for the final CAF Confederations Cup. We also know that Umbaoma has won the Golden Boot of the MPFL officially. He will be getting 200,000 the Unicel Golden Boot plaque as a prize for emerging the top scorer, beating Sikiru Alimi, who also had 15 goals. He scored as well, also on target on the final day of the season. So this is how it looks like in the MPFL right now. The result played across match venue. This is how it looks like for fans of the MPFL. Final game of the season, Gombe 1, Enugu Rangers 2, Crown Champions, Akwa United 3, Rivers United 1, Canopilas 3, Lobby Stars 2, that was a cracker. Kwara United spanked Heartland by 4 goals to nil. Benedict lost at home in the final game against Bayelsa United by 2 goals to nil. Remo Stars 2-1 victors against Katsina United. United Tornadoes beat Sunshine Stars by 2 goals to 1. Aimba left it late but got 3 points as they beat Plateau United by 2 goals to nil. Shooting Stars caught in that goal by Christian Piagbara, beating Sporting Lagos by 1 goal to nil. And Doma United played a 1-0 draw against Abia Warriors. The MPFL is done and dusted. The teams going down are known. The teams playing continental footballs are known. And I tell you, what a season it was to behold.
It was a colorful time at the stadium right there in Gombe. Talking about the Sheo Diko Stadium that hosted the game between Enugu Rangers and, of course, Gombe United. Very pulsating, I must say, end-to-end football from the blast of the whistle down to the final whistle. We saw top shots of the governor of Enugu State were also there, and also the governor of Gombe State. Also, they were there to have a good time, and then we saw the trophy display. Quite not too colorful, I must say.
Is it your trophy?
It's not too colorful. The fireworks were just there. Perhaps the fireworks are still suffering from the economic.
They'll do that in Enugu.
You think so?
Absolutely.
But then after then, it was a beautiful dinner party. We saw coaches, administrators, as well as players. Not forgetting some top shots, including the GMD of Afri Invest. It was there as well.
Absolutely.
Talking about Prince Ike Chioke, it was a part of the dinner. It was very, very colorful. But I must say, Sport Bishop, what happened to Sporting Lagos? They started as a house on fire.
Yeah.
They were beautiful, impeccable, impressive. But then the change of coach in the after the match day 28 could not help them salvage the next 10 days.
I thought it was a hasty decision personally.
It was. The Sporting Lagos is a new team, privately owned. We know the hunger of the owners to want to do well and remain in the MPFL actually made them make that decision. It was hasty, and Bisso didn't really do well, even though I won't blame him entirely. Coming to coach a team as huge, in quotes, as Sporting Lagos towards the end of a troubled season. He just had to jump into that bus that wasn't really heading well. But anyways, this year will be a lesson to other clubs that are just coming in, and also clubs that you don't let coaches go at such a crucial time in the season.
Okay, before we leave the local scene, finally, let's let you know the Flamingos of Nigeria has been drawn in Group A of the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. They would battle host Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and New Zealand. The tournament is scheduled to hold from the 16th of October to the 3rd of November 2024. Recall that Nigeria Under-17 girls secured their ticket to the 8th FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup with a 6-1 win against Liberia. The draw looks like it as follows. Group A, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, New Zealand, and Nigeria. Group B has got Spain, USA, Korea Republic, and Colombia. Group C has got Korea, DPR, Mexico, Kenya, and England. And Group D has got Japan, Poland, Brazil, and of course, other African representatives, Zambia.
Beautiful draw, I must add, Sport Bishop. Looking at the Group B, Group C, and Group D, and looking at the countries that Nigeria will be playing in Group A, the host nation, New Zealand, and also the other team there. I must tell you that it is a delicious draw. Fans in Nigeria to definitely go through. The host nation, Dominican Republic, not really a big name when it comes to football, and of course, the Under-17 competition, not really a name that should scare us. But if we do not get that 3 points, I would say, come on, Coach Bankole Olorikere, you should top this group. But by and large, I expect this team to go far.
Okay, let's now quickly move all the way to the European scene, to the foreign scene. Let's go foreign. It's time to move to the foreign scene. And finally, let's go straight to action. Euro 2024. We now know the two teams that are through in Group A of that competition. Germany topped the group by the skin of their teeth. They had to wait for a goal by Frukuk. They considered a goal, were saved by the VAR, but they got there on the end, finishing with 7 points, top in that group. Second finishing Switzerland second, but Scotland were capitulated just at the death. 1-0 loss to Hungary. Uhuru, it is again.
Slobo Sly has really led his team to somewhere that
they are 3 points, are not in yet.
It doesn't matter, Sport Bishop. We still have the back roof that they can go through.
They're waiting.
Depending on other teams that finish third.
Yeah, only 4 teams can qualify as third.
It depends if they have a better point, a better
goal
difference,
ratio,
as well as the fair play rule.
Absolutely.
We must also add that. But come on, Germany, we are looking for 100% record, winning all 3, but they were pegged back by a stubborn Switzerland, who from the blast of the whistle, from the get-go, they were really hungry. Their first game, they won 3-1. They were really, they actually came to this competition to prove a point. It doesn't matter who they are playing against. It doesn't matter their starting 11. All they need is that, yes, we are going to go far. And indeed, I must give it to Switzerland for putting Germany at the edge of their seat. As for Scotland, I saw this coming right from the qualifiers. That little bit of concentration that they usually lose, losses rather, always make sure that they have this way that they tend to crumble. If Scott McTominay of Manchester United is not playing well, it seems the entire team don't play well.
And of course, let's see how it panned out. 2 of them are through. Germany, Switzerland. Switzerland looks like a potential banana peel. Try to avoid that team. They can't hurt you. Mexico, Ortega with a beautiful goal for Mexico. They beat Jamaica in their first game of the competition. 1-0. It ended. Mikel Antonio scored for Jamaica, but unfortunately, ruled out by the video assistant referee. VAR playing their part in all the competitions. Mexico winning by a goal to 0. Also, yesterday, USA were 2-0 better than Bolivia. Goals, of course, from Christian Pulisic, Captain America. And of course, not forgetting Folarin Balogun, the guy who plays for Arsenal. 2-0 they won against the Bolivia
The
team.
Copa America is really living up to expectation, but the north and the southern part of America are actually combining that as the CONMEBOL and the CONCACAF competing rather in the Copa America. I must also say, Jamaican football, Sport Bishop,
It's improving.
It has improved.
Leon Bailey, Michel Antonio.
Aside the name, Sport Bishop, in terms of their play,
Okay.
in terms of their administration, did you see the reggae girls of Jamaica in the just concluded World Cup?
absolutely.
They were impeccable. I watched every of their game from start to finish. They really gave my heart great joy. It does. Usually I read Jamaica when it comes to reggae music, but when it comes to football, when it comes to sports, they are doing well. From boxing to athletics to now football. I think the NFF needs to go to Jamaica and study what these people have done in the last 4.5 years. Their sport has completely evolved, including football. Nevertheless, they were beaten 1-0 by a strong Mexican side.
Absolutely.
Even though I expect them to get more goals, but of course, Jamaica has really shown that they have something to prove.
Earlier also this morning, Uruguay as well beat Panama by 3-1. Mateus Vina, Darwin Nunes, and of course, Massimiliano Araujo all scored in the 3-1 win against Panama. Later today at 11 p.m. Nigerian time, Colombia will take on Paraguay. That game is in Group D. But again, let's leave the Copa America and let's now go to the game today in the Euros. Albania, Spain, Croatia, Italy. It looks like it's going to go down tonight, 8 p.m. Nigeria time.
I love the way the last games in the Euros are going. In fact, the second games, the way they are going, I think it's in Group D, if I'm not mistaken, that all nations
Has 3 points. The group that has Belgium.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Belgium,
Group E.
Romania,
Yeah.
Albania, they are all tied to 3 points,
Yeah.
and it will go down to the wire. But coming down to the games of today's Sport Bishop, Italy in action, Spain in action, and of course Albania as well in action, if I'm not mistaken. Give me the fixtures right now.
Albania, Spain, Croatia, Italy.
Absolutely.
In the same group, yeah.
Croatia, Italy, wow. The
Spain
legs.
are already through. Italy and Albania can still qualify. Croatia can if they win their game. So it's still quite open. 6-3-1-1.
6-3-1-1, absolutely. As for the 1-1, a win for Croatia would take them to third
4
position
points.
with
No,
4 points.
4 points would be enough to take them through. It looks like right now, done the competition. 4 points should be enough to take anybody through, even if you're third position.
So that is what we are going to look at and see
Yeah.
how they can pull that stunt against Italy, who wants to see how they can also finish at top of the table. They can still finish top of
They can if they win
can
and
still
Spain falters.
Absolutely.
But they have to win with
a wide
come on,
margin.
4 goals difference is huge.
Well, for Croatia, it's doable. It's doable.
Okay.
You're looking at the defense line of Croatia, it's doable.
We wait and see how things pan out tonight. But guys, I tell you, it's getting hotter, and I tell you, we're getting slowly but surely, I beg your pardon, into the business end of the competitions, both the Copa America and the Euros. Quickly, let's go touch down other sport before we walk out of the studio. I will start off from Formula One. Verstappen reigns supreme, prevailing over McLaren Lando Norris to win the Spanish Grand Prix. For a certain Lewis Hamilton, he took his first podium finish of the year, finished it for Mercedes in third, ahead of Russell, who finished fourth. And of course, it looks like a Britain 2, 3, 4. While Charles Leclerc finished fifth. Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz finishing sixth. But Lewis Hamilton, his first podium finish. Amiable.
I would tell you why it is amiable. As for London Norris, in the test practice, he was dominating.
He was supposed to win this. He's supposed to win this.
Supposed to, but he didn't win.
He lost it at the death.
It was fault.
Himself.
I like that honest answer. As for Max Verstappen, he has shown that when it comes to the Grand Prix, when it comes to where it matters most, he knows how to get
That's
the
won
edge.
7 out of 10 this year.
Psychologically, is superb. When it comes to the race in its of a glory, he knows how to maneuver.
But do you think the other car product companies are getting closer to Ferrari? Because it looks like Lewis Hamilton now third, fourth. They're getting closer and closer. It used to be a wider margin, but now the teams are getting closer to Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen actually learned his straight very well from a certain Lewis Hamilton.
Okay.
Recall when Hamilton was dominating, Verstappen was always close to learning the trick. It has very little to do with the car company. I must add, it has very
the cars,
little.
how they come on?
It has,
the engines, the tires,
I'm
the wet
telling
tires, the dry
Magic,
tires.
you can have all the machineries, but if your driver
it's a combination of both. Yeah, good tire.
is up there, that would
good driver, good car gives you a championship.
I would say good car, better driver will give you the championship. We'll take you up there.
I will talk more about Formula One because I have a lot to say. Maybe we'll do that at 4 p.m. Don't go nowhere. Formula One to come, and of course, other things happening. But anyway, in tennis, we heard that Jannik Sinner won his first title as world number one with a victory over Habak Hurkacz at the Halle Open. He won that one 7-6, 7-6, winning his fifth WTA title as he prepares, for the Wimbledon as well. For the ladies, it was a win for Jessica Pegula. Within her, she saved 5 championship points as she beat Anna Kaliskaya to win the Berlin Open and confirm her status as Wimbledon title contender. She beat Kokoguf earlier on the day, 7-5, 7-6, and the world number 5 then had to find her way back into the court against Russia Kaliskaya, overturning a 4-1 third set deficit to win 6-7, 6-4, 7-6. It's Pegula's 5th WTA third title and her first, I beg your pardon, on grass.
Jannik Sinner, ever since he became world number one, he has refused to sin. Rather, he's doing the Lord's work and winning.
Can she win the Wimbledon? Last time she was there, she lost to Marketa Vendrosa in the quarterfinals. She's the major contender for this one. Can she do it, Pegula?
You see, when it comes to Pegula, one thing that people tend to do is to write her off, thinking that, oh, we are the big guns, we are the big names, can she do it? That is the same question you're asking me, and I'll put it to you, Sport Bishop, that it would take a little push from her and time. Pegula has shown that she is a champion. She has shown also that she can rise just like the ashes of Phoenix. She can rise from the dead and deliver. It will take time, and of course, I would just have to fold her hands and see how far she can go. But as for Jannik Sinner, what number one, winning the trophy, showing that yes, he can go all the way. I want to see how long his reign will last.
Anyway, we hear that Murray is yet to decide whether he will play at the Wimbledon or not. We hear there are different advice from different doctors. Don't play. Until now, he is yet to decide whether he will play at the Wimbledon. Says his Davis Cup captain Leon Smith. Wait and see if he makes that decision. And of course, one man said he will travel to Wimbledon. He will train at the court, but he's still not unsure. He wants to be sure. He will check the court. If he's ready to go, he will go. His name is Novak Djokovic. Still not unsure if he'll be playing at the start of the Wimbledon.
The Wimbledon is one of the biggest Grand Slam of the year.
Yeah,
the third
grass court. Welcome to the grass. And that's his 40.
The third after the Australian Open and the French Open. Yeah. And then we have the Wimbledon. For a player like
and then the final is climax in the
US Open.
Yeah.
For the fact that former number one Novak Djokovic is unsure whether he will play, I am I'm heartbroken. I won't say I'm very heartbroken, but I am heartbroken. But for the likes of Andy Murray saying it's not Oga, just stay behind. Don't go there and disgrace yourself, because I'm so sure
the man wants to play in the Olympics.
He will get knocked out in the first round. If he does play in the Wimbledon, he will get knocked out and he won't win a set. Concentrate on the Olympics and see how far you can go. If your body can carry you, come on, you can do that in the Wimbledon and maybe just earn some little cash. But saying you're having a pool of doctors advising you whether to play or not is on you.
Anyway, guys, we hear that Djokovic, who is still in doubt, don't forget, he was beaten in the 4th round of the French Open against Francis Corredolo. Okay, guys, the quickest 30 minutes in world entertainment, guys. Come on, all is well that ends. We're fine, boy.
Absolutely. It was interesting talking sports. And of course, action returns this afternoon. 4 p.m. is the time. A Sport Lounge will take center stage.
Absolutely. For Sport Lounge, don't go nowhere. You have your say. You can call in, send in your messages. It's going to be an epic encounter. 4 to 5 p.m. is going to be on top of the dial. Okay, for me, I love to say, me and the family will tell you we're done and we're gone. God bless.
No stress.
Up next is news around Abuja. Enjoy, because if you lose or
if you snooze,
you lose. And if you lose, you snooze. So it is what it is, guys. Stay tuned on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja.
Adios.